Good day, investors. Welcome to the 9th of December 2014. The trade for the day is called SB Miller. Code is SAB, and the last traded price was R605.87. Action is to buy the share from the bottom to the low, from this low to this high. Entry level will be R602.34, and your target on this high here will be R633.36. Stop loss to be used is R592 on the red line here. Current open trades is still First Rand, LHC, MDC and SAP. Close prices yesterday or trades was MNP, and they were closed yesterday on the 8th of December. Looking at the top 40 index of the JSE, you can basically see the JSE top 40 index is still trading underneath the 5-day moving average and still trading underneath the 20-day moving average. That's the grey line here, showing still downward movement. Looking at the Dow Jones of the American markets, on Friday they closed a bit higher, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. They were just above that level, almost close to 18,000 points, and they actually closed 106 points negative on Monday evening. That's about 106 points negative on a level of 17,852 points. So where they were in that high and they came down, now this is huge support levels there, and that is due to oil prices came close to the level of $62 per barrel, and the interest rates that could most probably see hikes happening earlier than the middle of next year, and there's speculation February next year now. And the markets did come from these highs on the lows here. Looking at the J200, that's a top 40 index, and I just want to mention to you, the US futures are currently about 34 points negative for the opening late afternoon, so there could be more downside today. The top 40 index is currently about 388 points down for opening at 8:50 this morning. So the rand and dollar is trading at 11 Rand 55, also not a good thing, where your Brent crude is trading at $62. Your gold sitting at 1,200. That is still flat, so we need to see what direction will be followed now. Expectation is, if you look at this on your Bollinger Bands, on your charts, still in a downward channel. As soon as we break this 43,770 points negative, more downside could be due, and it could most probably happen today, that we're going to test this low here, and then more downside could be due if you look at the current levels of the opening for 8:50 for the top 40 index. Looking at some of your shares like Shoprite. Now Shoprite currently came down on a level of 156 Rand, going to a downward pattern between the green and the purple line downwards. No, with a high rand in dollars, market going negative, more downside could be due here back to the 151 levels. That's the next low level to be tested. Looking at your Mr. Prices, also coming down. I need to keep an eye on this low here of approximately 61.8% of 213 Rand, currently trading at 216.78. This could also affect this share price here. And if you look at Woolies as well, also got a bit of a bounce here on 76.34. But if this share wants to come down after all this news and higher levels of the rand and dollar currencies, next low could be back at 73 Rand on the 61.8%. Still in a downward movement as well. Look at this high, low, high, lower, high, lower, high, lower. So let's see what happens there. Looking at your telecommunication shares, MTN struggled yesterday. It moved up about 70 cents. Still in the downward channel moving here. We need to see how the expectation will be for during the course of the day, especially if the oil prices coming down and Nigeria under pressure. We could see most probably more downside here, but to wait for the confirmation of a breakup, wait for these levels of almost 227 on this specific trade. Looking at Vodacom, came down as expected in this downward channel on our little positive pattern. High lows, high lows, high lows. We need to see if this is going to be a breakdown, testing the 128 Rand, or bounce up, going back from 129 to 133. Banking shares. Barclays Bank, still in the sideways pattern here, struggling on this highs here. So basically this is what you see now. I'm just going to draw a black line on here and support. The channel is getting smaller. As you can see now, the big question is, there's the high, there's the low, high, low, high, low. So the pattern is getting, the momentum is getting weaker at this moment in this little pattern here. Big cycles, smaller cycles forming. Standard Bank, surprisingly, on the last moment of trade, went to 142.50. Big gap on the live charts. Struggled on this level of 141. Broke up, and we need to see if this is going to be a pull down now, especially with the markets coming down. Imperial came down nicely in this positive channel, broke this levels we spoke about of 196.13, starting to come down now. Low expectation is back to this level of 185.64, and started to break the table, support, and the support of the channel, and now it could go and test this purple Bollinger Band here at the bottom of 185.64. Old Mutual on the highs here as well. We need to see if it could actually come down today with this negative market, but the trading range is still 34.35. Investec is currently trading in this little downward channel here. I'm just going to call up the Fibonacci in a very short term period, and as you can see here, testing this 100 Rand levels. It went yesterday almost to 97 Rand as a low, 97.10, and as you can see, basically a bit of a low movement happening here at this stage. So we need to see where direction will go in this downward side channel. And this is the shares we're currently looking at. So enjoy your trading, and let's see how the market reacts in the next day or two. But we could expect a bit of negative trading today. Thank you.